Hi everyone, I'm Laurie.
I'm Hannah.
And we're Journey with the Gingers. And we are currently sailing on the NCL Joy for a 7-day cruise to Bermuda.
During our stay here on the Norwegian Joy, we'll be here for 7 nights. 4 of those nights, we'll be visiting specialty restaurants on board, and the other nights we either will be eating in Bermuda or here at either the buffet or the dining room. So we are going to show you what we have and our thoughts about it.
And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, we definitely invite you to join our community. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. So let's get started with our food review of the Norwegian Joy. For night 1, which was last night, we ate at Savor for dinner. Savor is one of their complimentary main dining rooms.
There are 3 in total, the largest one being the Manhattan, and right across from each other are Taste and Savor, which are the smaller dining rooms on board.
And they all have the same menu.
Yes, they do. So we're going to start off with what we had for our appetizers. So for myself, I had the Caesar salad and the French onion soup.
And I had the cauliflower soup, and I also had a Greek salad.
Okay, and what were your thoughts on what you had?
The cauliflower soup was the best soup I've had on a cruise ship. And that's saying a lot because I've been on, what, 27 cruises now?
That's a humble brag.
I'm not bragging, but I just want to compare the fact that I love soup and I eat a lot of soup. And that was one of the best main dining room soups. That's I'll filter it down. One of the best main dining room soups I've ever had. It was very tasty, and it also had like slivers of almonds in it to give a little bit of texture to it. And it had like chunks of cauliflower. It was really good. A great seasoning. For the Greek salad, it was also delicious. I liked it. I'm not a bell pepper, red pepper person, and there was a lot in the salad. But the chunks of feta cheese and other things like the Kalamata olives and the tomatoes, it was all really good in there. I just took my peppers out.
So I had the French onion soup, and the French onion soup is really good. I would recommend that if you do like French onion soup at other restaurants, this is very good. It's not the best French onion soup I've ever had, but it had a lot of flavor to it. So out of like 5, I would give it like a 4 out of 5. Delicious, just not the best I've ever had. For my Caesar salad though, I absolutely love Norwegian Caesar salad. It is so good. I may have a Caesar salad with every meal that I have on board. It's a very delicious, fresh lettuce, and I recommend if you like Caesar salad, you should definitely try that because it's some of the best Caesar salad you'll ever have. So for our mains, I had the shrimp fettuccine alfredo.
I had the 3 cheese baked ziti.
For my fettuccine alfredo with shrimp, they actually came with mushrooms, and I absolutely adore mushrooms. I eat mushrooms almost with anything, but it was a great sauce to pasta ratio. They cut up the shrimp into smaller bites, so that was really nice. The only thing is that it did not have enough salt for my liking, so I did have to add salt. But it was really delicious. Had a great flavor to it. Just needed a little bit more salt.
And for my ziti, it's funny because I had said the same thing and I had to put salt on mine. So I had to add salt to it, but it was really good. It was very cheesy. It had Parmesan, it had mozzarella, and it had ricotta in it. Yes, it was really good. I liked the texture of the pasta. You know, I like mine a certain way, like not too mushy. It was really good. It just needed a little salt.
Finally, for our dessert, we had the exact same thing. We both had the honey creme brulee, and on the honey creme brulee, it had on top, it had, I think, almond brittle, and it had a little meringue on top, along the, what is it, sugar?
Yeah.
Crust on top. So what were your thoughts?
The brulee crust.
Yeah.
I thought it tasted really good because I'm a huge fan of honey. I like honey. But I love the little twill, the little brittle that was on top. It was like a little triangle sitting on top of the dessert, and that was really tasty. It tastes like peanut brittle without the peanuts. But
it's almond brittle.
It didn't really have chunks of almond.
Yes, it did.
Okay, it was good.
Yes.
But it had a really good flavor. Hannah was talking about how she likes the brulee part a little bit harder.
Like you
tap it
with the spoon.
But it was still very good. It was very tasty.
Instead of like a vanilla-y, I can't say it, flavor in the custard, it is straight honey.
Yeah.
You'll get that flavor instantly when you break into the creme brulee.
Yeah. And if you like sweet, it's good. If you don't like real sweet, I would choose something else.
Yeah, that's the only thing is that I'm not a sweet person. It was a little overwhelming. I need a lot of water. But if you are a sweet person, you're gonna find that absolutely delicious.
I would give it 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm about the same, 8.
Okay.
So those are our thoughts.
And our next restaurant is
Food Republic.
Food Republic. We have a specialty dining tonight, so we will share that with you after we enjoy it.
All right. See you later.
Bye. For our second night, we had dinner at Food Republic, and we did use the dining package. You can order a la carte, or you can use your dining package. With the dining package, you get a lot of food, almost too much food. So you get 4 options each from the menu.
So altogether we had 8.
We had 8.
Which, if you just want to try stuff, that is fine, but you do not have to use all.
Yeah.
4 of food. Yeah, so you get 4 per person. You do not have to use all 4.
Yeah, and we'll tell you what we did.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to read off what we had off of the menu that's on their app. So we had the crispy salmon roll, which had salmon, avocado, cream cheese, panko, eel sauce, and spicy aioli. And to be honest, that roll, that's the only sushi roll we got. It's not my favorite I've ever had.
It wasn't my favorite either.
Yeah.
I think we wanted to try it because it's one, we eat a lot of sushi at home, and we wanted to try it because we had not heard that before. And the texture of it was just not my thing.
It really wasn't a texture thing for me. It just didn't have much flavor for me. Yeah. It had like this like breading on the outside, and it just didn't taste like much. Yeah. So I wouldn't recommend that one. It wasn't my favorite. And we also got the I can't say this word. I think it's Kampachi wonton tacos. And it has Kampachi ceviche, jalapeno, radish, and avocado. You had that one.
I thought it was delicious. It did have a good flavor to it, and I liked it being in the wonton wrapper because I'm a texture person and I like the crunchiness of it. So it was good. It had a good flavor to it, and it was small. So it was it's a shareable, I guess. Each one you can get one because I think it came with 2. But I thought it was good.
I've never had ceviche, so I'm not the best person to talk to. All I could taste, I had a bite of it. It just tasted like avocado to me, like guacamole. You didn't taste anything else really.
That was more guacamole forward than the actual ceviche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that. Then we had the salt and pepper calamari, which has crispy garlic, smoked soy, and serrano pepper.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
If you like spice, though, it does have a good kick to it. To me, Hannah might not have thought it was that spicy, but it had a good kick to it, and it tasted. The calamari was really fresh, and I really like how they actually cut the calamari. It was a thicker cut of calamari.
The calamari was very tender, which was nice because you know how like some calamaris, they overcook it, it gets very chewy. It was not that way. It was cooked perfectly, and I liked the flavors on it. It really, I mean, I can see where people who don't tolerate spice would not particularly like how spicy it is, but it really is not super spicy. I liked it.
Yeah.
Alright, and then we had the kimchi fried rice.
I think that's one of our favorites.
Yeah, that was really good. When it first came out, well, let me tell you what it has. It has charred pork, pineapple, snow peas, and sesame seed, and of course kimchi. When it first came out, I was like, why is there pineapple in there? But it actually surprisingly worked very well. The kimchi, of course, makes the fried rice a little bit spicy, so you have the pineapple there to kind of cut into the spiciness, and it was sweet. So, and then we also had the spicy Korean fried chicken.
I just had a little bite of it, so I'll let you tell what you thought about that one.
Yeah, so there wasn't, like, it had very good flavor. It really wasn't spicy to me, and it kind of tasted like teriyaki almost, not really like spicy. I was expecting like the spice of the kimchi fried rice or something. It really wasn't that spicy. It's served over a bed of white rice, which is nice, and it has a very, very light breading. Some of my tenders, I don't think, and they're not wings, they're like strips. So just heads up on that one. Some of my little strips didn't have much breading on it. So it's not my favorite. It had good flavor, but it's not what I expected it to be. We decided, we had 3 left. We decided to try all their desserts. And so we got the green tea jar, which has chocolate brownie, green tea mousse, chocolate crumble, and ganache. We got the chocolate black forest, which is, I don't even know, is that Kirsch?
Sure.
Kirsch soaked chocolate cake, vanilla something, I don't even know, and black cherry compote. And then the dark and stormy baba arum. That's why it's called a dark and stormy. We found that out today in Bermuda. There's a famous drink in Bermuda called the dark and stormy. But the dark and stormy had pineapple, ginger caramel, and whipped cream. So out of the 3, I would say that my least favorite was the dark and stormy.
Yeah,
it was
I agree with that.
It was just a texture thing. The flavors were very nice.
Yeah.
But the best way to put it is that if you've ever had a stale cream puff without the cream, that's what that texture was. Okay, so the chocolate black forest.
I loved.
Is that your favorite?
Yeah, along with the green tea. I was pleasantly surprised with the green tea, but I'm a huge chocolate fan, and both the green tea and the black forest. Is that what's called, black forest?
Mm-hmm.
Both of those had a great chocolate layers in it, so they were both good.
Yeah. The black forest wasn't my favorite. The black cherry compote was very strong to me. I'm not the biggest like black cherry person, so it wasn't my favorite.
See, I love the combination of chocolate and cherry, so that was up my alley.
Yeah, no, I didn't like that. But the green tea jar was absolutely hands down the best dessert that you can get at Food Republic. It just was the right balance of textures, flavors. It's a very strong like vanilla taste up front, but then it balances out with kind of like the green tea side of it. We've had green tea desserts before and they've been absolutely not our favorites, so we were kind of hesitant with this one, and this dessert is very good. Do not be intimidated by the green.
The color.
It is so good. You should try it.
Yeah.
But
so would you try Food Republic again?
yes.
I would too.
Yeah, I just don't need that much food.
No, I would. It's just that we have 4 dining credits. We have the Premium Plus, so we have 4 dining credits, and I thought that would be a good one for us to use it for, which it worked out well because we've had some dinners and a buffet and things like that, so we're good. But if you want to go a la carte with it, my husband and I did before on the Encore, and it wasn't that expensive, and you got a lot of food, so however you want to do it.
Yep. All right, well that is our review of the food at Food Republic.
Yes, we're on the floor.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
We're going to talk about our dinner at Le Bistro.
Yes.
And we had it a couple of nights ago, and we've been to a couple of specialty restaurants, and that is currently the front runner for us.
Yes, so far.
But I'm just going to say this right now. All of this is in French, and I am not going to be saying this.
Are you going to tell the American version of it?
Yeah, I am. The English. The American version. The English. But yes.
So with Le Bistro, you were, with the dining package, you can get 2 appetizers, and you can get an entree and a dessert.
Yep. And we also added on some wine and stuff.
Yeah, and some
But that's part of our our drink package.
Yeah.
Okay. So for myself, we're going to start with our appetizers. For myself, I had the escargot, and I had the cream of mushroom soup. Alright, and so the escargot, before everybody's like, ew, that's gross. Literally, I've had escargot plenty of times before. It literally tastes like mushrooms and garlic butter.
And escargot is snails.
Yeah. So, if you did not know it was snails, you would think it's garlicky butter and mushrooms. And they weren't chewy. They were super tender. They were very good. There is only 6 of them, so just be aware if you're looking for a bigger portion. It's just going to be 6 small little snails like that big, but they're very good. And the cream and mushroom soup, you also had that as well.
So good.
It's so good.
It's probably one of my favorite highlights of the whole trip is the cream and mushroom soup at Le Bistro.
The presentation, A+. They like pour the soup over like a little pile of mushrooms. But it's very earthy, very mushroom forward, obviously, in the taste, and it's very, very good. Probably.
It had really good seasoning too.
Yeah, it's probably, if not the best thing that we've had so far, the cream and mushroom soup. So if you're a mushroom fan, you have to get that. And you had,
I had the endive salad.
Okay.
I was just looking for a salad, and I know that endive's not my total favorite, but it was good. It had good dressing on it, just something refreshing. I was just wanting some vegetables, so it was an endive salad.
And then we both had the same entree. And it is the beef tenderloin with fondant potato, mushrooms. Yeah.
So good.
So good. It's so tender.
It melted like butter.
I'm not a big beef person.
Yeah.
I usually go for like a fish or a chicken or even vegetarian options. But I decided to try that, and it was very, very good.
Yeah.
It's really worth ordering that.
Yeah.
For dessert...
Yes, I have the Marquis all chocolate. Chocolate. Whatever you say it.
Yeah.
But even the waiter, when he came out, he said it looks like a chocolate hot dog. And it was very good, of course. It almost has like a Milky Way, if you like a Milky Way candy bar kind of texture of it. Really good, really sweet. And if you like chocolate, that's the way to go. And I'm a chocolate person. Yeah, that's probably what I order every time is something with chocolate. So it was very good.
And then I had the, I'm going to mispronounce this, like Frazier or Frazier. I don't know.
Frazier.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. But it is strawberries and cream and pistachio almond sponge cake. Very light. If you are not wanting something super heavy, it is very good. The strawberries were kind of on the tart side. So don't expect like super sweet strawberries, but everything else is really sweet, so it kind of balances it out. And I love pistachio, and it's so good. So
mine was the opposite. It was super rich and sweet, but it was really good.
And this one's super light. So if you like something light at the end of your meal, go with that option.
So far, Le Bistro is your favorite? Yeah. Very good meal. Next. So we're going to add a bonus here. This was actually a lunch option that we had today, but it's also something that we thought we'd review because it's included now. It used to be a paid option, and that is the American Diner. The American Diner, if you know about Johnny Rockets without the dancing, it kind of reminds you of the whole atmosphere of Johnny Rockets in a way, without the dancing.
Yeah.
But, we ordered, like I said, it's all included. We ordered appetizers, and I think I had all appetizers for my lunch.
I had a handheld. I will say the one negative thing I have to say about it is it was very humid and hot. Because the American Diner is not indoors. It is on deck 17, I think. And it is covered, but it is outdoors. So you will be feeling the weather of the outside.
The elements of the day.
Yeah. So just a heads up on that.
So I had these, like I said, I had all appetizers for my lunch. I had the smoked fish dip, which came with some chips, like tortilla chips to dip it in, and some vegetables. It was okay. It was just kind of like it kind of looked like tuna salad. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, it didn't have a lot of flavor to it. Could use a little more flavor. The best part of it was the carrots. The carrots had like a little marinade on them.
They're pickled vegetables.
They were kind of pickled, and I like the carrots. I could just say the whole bowl of the carrots. So, yeah. It was a dip. It was just something easy. My other thing I had was the white chicken chili. Is that what it's called in there? The white bean chicken chili. It was good. I was wanting some soup, and I love chicken chili. It's something I like to make at home. I felt it's a little bit too salty for me. And it had a lot of beans and a little bit of chicken. So, just not what I make at home, but it was a good option to have, just something different.
I got the Caesar salad. You guys know I love Caesar salad on Norwegian. I almost gotten it with every single meal if it's offered. So Caesar salad, very good, very good. I find it funny that each place does their croutons differently on board.
Oh, really?
Yeah. These were like big, like block croutons. There's been like focaccia bread croutons. There's been different types of croutons on this
The same salad, just different croutons.
Yeah, basically. And then I had the cheeseburger. Cheeseburger tasted really good. The fries are the standard, like shoestring fries, shoelace fries, what they call?
Like McDonald's fries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get those on other places on board the ship. I mean, it's not the best burger I've ever had, but I mean, it's included with your dining here on Norwegian. So if you're craving a burger, that's probably going to be the best place for you to go.
Okay. All right, so that's what we thought about the American Diner.
Next, so we are now somewhat caught up.
We're still sitting on the floor.
Still sitting on the floor. But tonight's meal was at La Cucina, which is the Italian restaurant on board. Again, it is part of our dining package. You can go there and pay a la carte, but for us, for the dining package, you get 1 appetizer, 1 main, and 1 dessert. Alright, so for my appetizer, I had the mushroom risotto, and you had?
I had the calamari fritti, that's what they called it.
Alright, and what did you think of your calamari?
It was good. It was much better at the Food Republic, though.
Yeah.
The Food Republic, I just like the way they cut the calamari. I like the flavor of the calamari. But this was your standard calamari, and it was very good. Lightly breaded, and I liked it.
Yeah. I think the other one at Food Republic was more tender.
Yeah.
And it had better flavor. Yeah. The mushroom risotto was really, really good. I love mushrooms, so if you love mushrooms, I would highly recommend that you get that. It's a very good vegetarian option, and it just had a lot of good flavor, and a lot of earthy flavor to it, and the risotto was cooked really well, so I recommend that.
And for our entrees, you can choose entrees like they have lasagna and different things like that, but they also have pizza, and we've been kind of craving a good pizza. So,
but sucker is huge, so
big. We should have shared one.
I told you.
But I like meat on my pizza, and she doesn't like, so.
Yeah, I got the vegetale, which is the veggie pizza. She got the meat lovers pizza, but honestly, it's a 12-inch pizza. Like, it is.
We wasted food.
Yeah, I felt bad. You can easily share amongst 2 people if you're getting like apps and dessert. If you are super hungry and you're not ordering anything else, maybe order that for yourself, but...
And with La Cucina, the dining package is a little bit different than La Bistro. You get 1 appetizer, 1 entree, which could be pizza, and a dessert.
The vegetale pizza, very good, very cheesy. My only complaint is that the bell peppers that were on there were cut a little bit too big for my taste. I mean, the onions were cut very thinly, thinly sliced, and the mushrooms and the olives were very small, and then you had like these big old chunks of bell pepper.
And they were yellow ones.
Yeah, and they were yellow ones, and I probably should have asked for no bell pepper because they're not my favorite, but I just wanted to try, but they were just a little too big. So if you don't like bell pepper, I would ask to see if you can remove it. But everything had good flavor, and I loved the mushrooms on the pizza. They were so good.
And the meat lovers pizza not only had meat, but it also had some onions. I can't remember what else had on it. Yeah, it had pepper. It had peppers on it, but it didn't have the chocolate yours. That's weird.
Huge.
But it was delicious. It had like a ham on there. I don't know if it's a pancetta.
It just says ham.
Yeah, it was so good. But
yeah,
I really like my pizza. Unfortunately, I can only eat a few pieces of it because it's so big. But if you have somebody at the table with you, if you don't want to waste food, or if you're doing a la carte, it's very easy to share a pizza because it's big.
What did you have for dessert?
I had the cannoli, and there were 3 little ones. They were so cute. But I had, one was tutti frutti, one was chocolate, and one was pistachio. They were the perfect size. They weren't too overwhelming because we were already full from the pizza. So, but they were really good. The tutti frutti one was my favorite though.
I had, okay, this is gonna be butchered again. It is torta de ricotta con crema al limon.
Sounds very good.
That sounds terrible.
You did good.
But that is basically, in translation, just like ricotta cheesecake with lemon. So it's a lemon cheesecake made with ricotta. It was very good. It was very sweet. So that is my one thing. I know that sounds crazy. You're like, duh, desserts are supposed to be sweet. But it was very lemony, which I appreciated because I love lemon flavored things. But it was just almost a little too heavy for me after eating pizza. So maybe if you're like really full, don't order that one. But it was the flavors were very good. I loved how strong the lemon taste was. And it was very soft. And it was just a good cheesecake.
One thing I would suggest, if you're looking for like a good pizza on the cruise ship, the pizza in the buffets, it's alright. But if you want a good pizza, I mean, for like $19, you can get her pizza at La Cucina. So make a reservation if you don't have the specialty dining package and just have a nice pizza night with your partner or whoever's cruising with you. And hers was 19, mine was 21, and you can easily share it. So that would be a good dinner that, you know, a sit-down restaurant is nice.
Yeah.
For a la carte.
Yep, they did offer for us to take it back here, but there was no way we could fit it in our fridge. So just learn from our mistakes. That's what we're trying to say.
If you're not super hungry, try it. Just share.
Yeah, share. Alright, and that is La Cucina.
La Cucina.
And tomorrow we should have Ocean Blue, and that will be the last meal that we show you on this video. So yes, stay tuned for, I just hit the camera, stay tuned for the last night of meal.
See you tomorrow.
Alright, bye.
Bye. For our final dinner on the NCL Joy, we ate at Ocean Blue. This was our 4th specialty restaurant, and it of course is a seafood restaurant, but it has other options if you don't like seafood. With our specialty package, you were able to get 2 appetizers. One was like a super salad, right? And then one was an actual appetizer. And then you were able to get an entree and a dessert. So for my...
And 2 sides.
Oh, and 2 sides of your entree. It's really a lot of food. For my appetizers, I had the clam chowder.
I also had the clam chowder.
And I thought the clam chowder was good. I was afraid it was going to be a really large portion. And we really didn't need a large portion of this meal because there's so much food. And it wasn't super large. It was, it had bacon in it, and I think it had potatoes, and of course clams. And it was a thicker clam chowder, which I like, and of course it's the creamy clam chowder. And I thought it was really good. I don't have a problem with it.
For myself, I should have asked for, I thought the bacon was cooked in the clam chowder, but it's actually a bacon crumble on top. I would, if it was me, I'm not a big fan of bacon, I would have asked for that to be taken off.
And I had the pan-seared scallops, and it also had a pork belly underneath it. And I liked it because the pork belly was thin sliced. I don't like thick pork belly. For those of you that have never had pork belly, it's almost like a thick bacon. But it was more of a bacon kind of texture, like a thick cut bacon, and I liked it. I thought they were very flavorful, and you got 3 scallops, and they were large, and it was really good.
And I got the blazing shrimp, and if you've ever been to Bonefish Grill and you've heard of bang bang shrimp, this is the exact same thing as that. It is thinly breaded shrimp covered in like a spicy sauce, and it tastes exactly like bang bang shrimp. You can't go wrong with it, and I honestly think it's one of the spiciest things I've had on the cruise ship. And that's not a bad thing. I love spice, so I would recommend it.
For my entree, on the menu there's several selections of fresh fish, and I chose the sea bass with a white wine lemon butter as the sauce. You can choose your sauce. For my entree, I also got 2 sides, and I had the au gratin potatoes, and I also had the coleslaw. I felt like the fish was perfectly cooked. It was a lot, but it was really good. It was, like I said, it was perfect. I mean, I love sea bass, and it was very good and flavorful, and the sauce was good. It was the recommendation of our waitress. And also I had the au gratin potatoes. They were okay. They weren't, they were kind of, they didn't really have much seasoning to them. And I really was getting full, so I didn't eat a lot of that anyway. But the coleslaw was really good. If you like coleslaw, I like the recipe they used because it was really good. It's a cream-based coleslaw.
And I got the fisherman's platter. It includes the catch of the day, shrimp, calamari, scallops, and then in addition to that, they have French fries and coleslaw on there. And those are not included in your 2 sides. So you have the ability to choose 2 additional sides. And I made the mistake of doing that, and I should not have done that because that was so much food it hurt, and I did not finish it. I only took 1 or 2 bites out of my side, and I felt so bad. For my sides, I got jasmine rice and asparagus. Asparagus had no seasoning on it, so it was very plain. I mean, it was cooked very well, but absolutely almost no flavor to it. Jasmine rice, basically just, jasmine sticky rice. Again, not much flavor, it's just white rice. For the catch of the day, it was codfish. That was my second favorite thing on the plate. My first favorite was the shrimp. The shrimp was absolutely delicious. I loved that. My least favorite thing was the calamari. I got it all grilled. You can have the ability to get it all fried. I just feel like that was too much fried food for me. But the grilled calamari was so hard to eat.
It's real chewy.
Yeah. And I don't think that's a fault of the chef. I've just never found a good grilled calamari, to be honest. And the scallops were good. I just don't like the texture of scallops.
I love scallops.
Did you like those scallops?
Yes, she gave me her scallops. They were good.
Yeah. So I'm not the best to talk about that, but my favorite thing on that plate was the shrimp and the fries. I didn't try the coleslaw. I'm not a big coleslaw person, but the fries.
It was good coleslaw.
Well, the fries were the best fries that I had on the ship. So.
And once again, my sea bass was perfect. You cannot go wrong with the sea bass from the ocean blue. Now dessert. Now we didn't finish our entrees. I didn't finish all my sea bass.
Right.
Because there was so much food. And I didn't finish my sides. So we decided to take our desserts to go. So we brought them back to the frame and we ate them later. Because our dinner was at 5:30. So we did some things and then we came back and had dessert in our room. I had the dark chocolate mousse cake for my dessert, and it was fantastic. It was very similar to the dessert I had in, was it Le Bistro?
Yeah.
The chocolate dessert I had at Le Bistro. As you notice, I'm a chocolate person, so it was really good. And it had like a caramel popcorn on top.
So I got the vanilla cheesecake in a jar to go. It really wasn't in a jar. It was like in like a little sundae.
Like a parfait glass.
Yeah. But it's just a deconstructed raspberry cheesecake. That's what it is. So if you like cheesecake, that's a very safe bet for you to go on. And that was our waitress's favorite dessert off of the menu. So I just went with what she recommended.
And it was a nice small portion too, which was nice.
Yep.
So that is what we ate on the NCL Joy. We hope that you enjoyed this review. We tried to include as much as we could for you all so that you can, make some choices for yourself when you go cruising on this cruise ship or with NCL period, because I'm sure a lot of the restaurants are similar. We invite you to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so. We'd love for you to join our community. We have other things coming up in this series, and we'd love for you to check them out. And also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up.
Thank you all for watching to the end. We really appreciate it, and we hope that you continue to journey on.
Bye.
Bye.